Okay, hi everybody, it's me, Bonkai922. Yes, my computer is not here! Ah! Don't worry, I'll come back this weekend. Oh, by the way, FYI, with this job, it's becoming a strain. This job, I might have to send out some more resumes and shit, but that's another story. But yeah, my computer is at Staples. They are going to take out the malware. This should help. Don't be any problems. But I'm never going on the sites. And I don't even think anime sites. I'll just go on, for the computer, I'll just go on YouTube, Facebook, maybe manga websites. But, it's crazy. Anyway. Final episode. 7 Deadly Sins. Oh, by the way, I will do the chapter reviews of 7 Deadly Sins, Bleach, One Piece, and the JoJo episode review over the weekend. That's how it's going to play it. But yeah, the Taizai chapter review I'll probably just combine with next week's. But this episode, 7 Deadly Sins, let's talk about the anime. Final episode, 24. This was pretty damn good. Let me just get my little iPad thing and just take a look. Let's do this. This was a pretty good episode. I mean, for better or for word, they obviously, listen, no single adaptation is perfect. It doesn't exist. No adaptation is perfect, and that's why it's called an adaptation. If it wasn't called an adaptation, episode 24, if it wasn't called an adaptation, it would be perfect and everybody would be happy, but that's not the case. But this was a good final episode. A lot of emotion. I cried a little, yes. Hawk! Pray for Hawk. You gotta pray for Hawk, man. He's the ham of all hams. And this was probably the final. This was the final battle with Hendrickson. Done well. I liked how they did it. They had the whole revenge counter thing. Yeah, it was done well. Obviously, yeah, they did take some liberties. But here's the thing. There were 11 minutes left of the episode, and they had to show the rest. And you're like, they couldn't go too far. Because then it's like, so the ending kind of was fillerish. But they did show pretty much all canon material. The only canon material that I did not see in this episode was one thing. And to be perfectly honest, they can show that later. It doesn't need to be shown right now. Of course, I'm talking about, for the manga readers, the scene with Gowther, Gila, something that Gowther does to Gila, and Diane gets huffed and puffed, and Merlin reveals the whole secret behind Gowther. That's pretty much the thing that they didn't show. But they only had 11 minutes left, and they couldn't really just throw that in there. It would be very difficult to throw it in there. But this episode, 4.5 out of 5. And obviously Hawk came back, and he's this little small, tiny, cute little pig. So he came back, and everyone was happy, and I was crying a little. It was Hawk, man. Hawk. So it was an emotional ride for this episode, and I was just like, wow, just fucking amazing. But yeah, and then obviously the film they put in, they have Griamore. They had that one guy, the guy with the gravity, that Diane he showed up. He was there fighting. I was like, why is he there? But, they had Griamore show up. They even showed a Veronica. I was surprised by that. Obviously, I'm thinking A1 Pictures wanted to put it in there. They wanted to have like a really great, happy ending. Kind of a continuing journey kind of thing with this final episode. 4.5 out of 5 for the episode. Now, as far as this series is concerned, I don't want to go too crazy. I'm not going to say, the best anime ever! No, I'm not going to say that. But I do just think it deserves at least an 8. I think it at least deserves an 8. I'm not going 9 or 10 because there's just, they took a few liberties. And I don't understand this. Listen, people who complain that is not adapted perfectly. It can't be. There's just no fucking way. There's just no way you can adapt it perfectly. The only way they could have adapted it perfectly is if they waited until more chapters came out. And you could argue, oh yeah, there's a lot of chapters out. They could have shown all that stuff. But it was on the final episode. That's the problem. It was on the final episode. It's the same scenario with Attack on Titan anime, first season, when you think about it. But overall, I like the episode, 4.5 out of 5. The series, an 8. It did what it needed to do. They did show characters that weren't shown in the beginning. Like, for example, Arsalan, what is his name? The dog that King has. They didn't show in the very beginning. He got pissed off. Showed him towards the end. So it was a good series. 8 out of 10. I mean, I'm not that upset with the filler or the scenes they might have skipped here and there. It was done well. Now, the only thing that bothers me greatly, and I don't understand how they're going to pull it off next season, how they're going to show this, is Dreyfus. They show the scene of Gil Thunder, Griamore, and Hauser in, I believe, Dreyfus's room, his office of the night, where he was researching stuff, and you see all these symbols that's the symbol of Malos's head. Now, unfortunately, I can't go into details of what that whole thing means and what everything else means, because I'm spoiling the hell out of the anime only watchers. But my problem with that scene with Dreyfus and the fact that Hendrix supposedly kills him is... But then again, wait a minute. Now I think about it, that happens in the manga. Well, so to speak, happens in the manga. So, I guess they can work around it. But still, it perturbs me a little. But overall, still, a good end to the series of the first season of Natsu no Taizai of 7 Deadly Sins. Now we have to wait for a second season, which is going to be a long time. At least, that's what it seems to be. At least that's what I feel. Because, there's nowhere near. They would have to wait so long for them to get more chapters out. But, at least to say, anime only watchers, get on the manga now, you bitches. Get on the manga, man. You gotta get on that manga now. Come on, just go and read it. Just get the hell out of here and go read it. Please. Why are you still listening, talking to me? But overall, it was good. It was a good final episode. I noticed a lot of things. I noticed there were a few that I watched today, a couple of minutes ago. I didn't just watch 7 Deadly Sins. I watched World Break, and I watched Maria. World Break had a very good final episode. I really enjoyed that one. And Maria was okay. But, yeah. Also, I should let everyone know. This is off topic. When I get my computer back on Saturday, I will do a live stream. And I will review majority of the animes that I was watching that I said I was going to do anime series reviews on. And then only a few of them I'm going to review during the week, like about 4. Death Parade, Dora, Kantai Collection, and something else. I forgot what it was. But yeah, I'm going to review those. But overall, final thoughts, like I said, this was a good anime series of Taizai. They did a good job. Some fillers, some cutscenes they took out, but still, it delivered. It freaking delivered. And that's all you really need to know. Hawk is GOAT. Yeah, that's the final word by me. Hawk is GOAT. He's the goatness of the goatness. He's just Hawk. He's awesome. He's awesome. He's awesome. Okay, so that's all I got for you guys. Bonkai 922. I'll see you guys later. I will upload this tomorrow night, along with Lion April. I go in on that. I'll see you guys later.